In the pre-dawn silence, when the world slumbers and dreams still linger in the shadows of night, we, seekers of truth and masters of our fate, rise. Our awakening is not merely a physical act but a ritual, a sacred communion with the essence of Stoic wisdom. As the first light pierces the darkness, so too do we illuminate our minds with the timeless principles of Stoicism, preparing ourselves to seize the day and shape our destinies. 1. Embrace the dawn of awareness. Before the chaos of the day unfolds, we retreat into the sanctuary of our minds. In the tranquility of this moment, we cultivate awareness, observing our thoughts and emotions with the detached curiosity of a sage. As Epictetus once declared, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. In this space of introspection, we define our aspirations and set our intentions, laying the foundation for a day of purposeful action. 2. Kindle the flame of resilience. The journey of life is fraught with challenges and adversities, yet within every trial lies an opportunity for growth. With the resilience of a Stoic, we confront the obstacles that stand in our path, transforming setbacks into stepping stones on the path to greatness. Seneca reminds us, difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. Armed with this mindset, we embrace adversity as a catalyst for inner strength and fortitude. 3. Forge the armor of virtue. In the forge of self-discipline, we mold our character into a paragon of virtue. Just as the blacksmith hammers molten iron into a blade of tempered steel, so too do we shape our souls through the practice of moral excellence. Drawing inspiration from the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, we strive to embody the cardinal virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance in all our thoughts and actions, knowing that true greatness lies in the pursuit of virtuous living. 4. Cultivate the garden of gratitude. In the hustle and bustle of modern life, it is easy to overlook the blessings that surround us. Yet, in the quiet moments of the morning, we pause to cultivate the garden of gratitude in our hearts. With each breath, we inhale the fragrance of life's simple joys, the warmth of the sun on our skin, the laughter of loved ones, the beauty of nature's symphony. As Epictetus counsels, he is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. In this spirit of gratitude, we find solace and contentment amidst life's trials and tribulations. 5. Harness the power of perspective. In the grand tapestry of existence, our lives are but a fleeting moment in time. With the wisdom of a Stoic sage, we elevate our perspective beyond the transient concerns of the ego to behold the vastness of the cosmos. Like the stars that adorn the night sky, we recognize our place in the cosmic order, humbled by the majesty of the universe. With this cosmic perspective, we confront life's challenges with equanimity, knowing that our struggles are but infinitesimal ripples in the river of eternity. 6. Champion the discipline of action. The philosopher King Marcus Aurelius once proclaimed, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." With these words as our rallying cry, we embrace the discipline of action, translating our ideals into deeds. Each day presents us with a myriad of opportunities to embody the principles of Stoicism, to practice patience in the face of provocation, to cultivate compassion for our fellow beings, to pursue excellence in all our endeavors. Through deliberate action, we bridge the chasm between theory and practice, becoming architects of our own destiny. 7. Savor the serenity of silence. In the cacophony of the modern world, silence is a rare and precious commodity. Yet, in the stillness of the morning, we find sanctuary from the noise and chaos that threaten to engulf us. With each moment of silence, we commune with the depths of our own being, finding solace in the tranquility of our innermost thoughts. Like the Stoic philosopher who retreats into his study to ponder the mysteries of the universe, we cherish these moments of solitude as sacred rites of self-discovery. As the sun climbs ever higher in the sky, casting its golden rays upon the world below, we stand ready to embark upon the journey that lies ahead. With the wisdom of the Stoics as our guide and the fire of our own inner conviction as our beacon, we march boldly into the fray, knowing that we are the masters of our fate and the captains of our souls. So let us greet each new day with courage in our hearts and determination in our stride, for in the crucible of adversity, we forge our destiny and claim our rightful place among the stars.